Oh boy. Haven't live streamed last night. Sorry if I disappointed anybody, but I don't see the point. I'm not in the mood. What's the point if I'm gonna sound depressed? Last time I live streamed, the dog got sprayed by a skunk. There's a big ass frog. Thought he didn't get sprayed too bad. But at least it coincided with the harvest. Well, never mind, I didn't say that. Man, I've been so busy. It's another reason. Not live streaming last night. I put in 2 12-hour shifts. 2 12-hour shifts. And I got one more 12-hour shift to go. It's always something. What? I'm keeping busy, so that's a good thing. At least I'm keeping busy. And I'm doing my own thing. So even though I'm doing 12 hours of work, at least it's for me. SFC Elandro Perella. Yo, yo, yo. What's going on, buddy? How you doing on this Monday night? I'm walking my dog around the lake. I don't recognize your name. I'm waiting for some of my subscribers to chime in. Stridex donated $10. That's nice. Who'd you donate to? And Cotton Crawford. Yo, yo, yo. What's going on? And Gigi. I'm in Northeast Pennsylvania, Gigi. Walking my dog around my local lake. Northeast Pennsylvania. We escaped all them flash floods, luckily. But some parts of this area did have some flash flooding. We had some heavy downpours, but thank goodness no flash flooding, Gigi. Northeast Pennsylvania. About 100 miles from New York City. About 100 miles from Philadelphia. A couple 100 miles from New Jersey. And Jillian. God bless you too, Cotton Crawford. Colton Crawford. Hi, Jillian. My dog got sprayed by a skunk the other night, Jillian, while I was live streaming. Poor guy. I think he got it right in the eyes. But I took him home and I made a hydrogen peroxide solution and I washed him off. I'm actually starting to like the smell of it. Bless you too. Yeah, my dog got sprayed by a skunk. And he's up to no good. I don't think he learned his lesson. Because we saw it again yesterday, and he went after it again. I said, son, you learn your lesson? You got sprayed by a skunk just the day before. It's probably the same skunk. So, I actually like the smell of skunk. Not when it's real potent, not when it's real pungent, but after it starts to wear off, they should make like a perfume. Skunk perfume they should make. Because I kind of like it. What would you do for $500? What would you do for a Klondike bar? I don't know. I would do a lot for $500. Why? What do you want me to do? What do you want me to do for $500? How would you ever pay me anyway? I would buy a lot of fireworks material. If I had $500, I would buy some cardboard tubes. And I would make more fireworks because that's what I do. That's what I would do with $500. Maybe I would get a log splitter too, because I live in this area where, even though it's summertime, I have a chainsaw and I split the logs by hand, even though I'm an old fart, with an axe. But maybe if I had $500, I would get a used log splitter, take some of the labor out. Bacon. Yo, yo, yo. Sorry I didn't stream last night, you guys. I'm thinking I wasn't in the mood, and I don't want to put you guys in a bad mood. So I did 2 12-hour shifts. The one day before yesterday and one tonight. And I got one more 12-hour shift to go tomorrow. And then I'll be back to my old normal self. Well, I'll never be normal, but I'll be back to myself. Bacon sounds great. I'm missing something because I'm hungrier than usual lately. I'm always hungry. Must be that weed I smoke. Whoops, I didn't say that. But I am always hungry. I like all the junk food. Lately, I've been on a licorice binge. I've been buying them gigantic packs of licorice, and they only last one day with me. Just love that cherry licorice. And I've also been on a devil dog binge. Devil dog and milk and cherry licorice. I don't eat nothing right. One of these days, I'll eat right. Although, I went down the river Saturday, and my friend treated me to a nice restaurant Saturday night. So that was a good meal. I ordered a prime rib, brought some home, had the leftovers. So I ate good Saturday night. But other than that, hey, Joey, happen to see any of those videos I uploaded of the whitewater adventure I did on Saturday? I wanted to live stream the whole deal, but in that gorge, in that canyon, there was no reception. So I kept my promise, and I uploaded a bunch of whitewater shorts. So anybody who was maybe interested can see what Richard does with his kayaking hobby. It was a fun time. It was like 82 degrees. I saw your deer video and it showed up on my feed. Well, maybe if you're interested, Joey, check out the whitewater videos. I don't know how I titled them. I think one of them was like it was the put in the kayak launch area was one of them. That was the title of one of them. The launch area on the Lehigh, something like that. And another one was called a cool rapid named Triple Drop. That was my favorite video because I was in the middle of a cool rapid. I pulled over to the side and I was able to video these other kayaking dudes surfing the waves and stuff. And one dude was on one of them stand-up paddle boards, Man, he bit the dust really hard. I wish I would have got a video of that. This guy was going through a rapid, and you could tell he was trying so hard. He had a full face helmet on. He looked like Evel Knievel. And he had elbow pads and knee pads. You could tell this guy was taking it serious. And he really bit the dust really hard and right in the middle of a bad rapid. And then he finally got his act together. He swam over to the side, and he was shook up pretty bad. So I paddled up to the dude, and I looked him in the eye, and I said, man, I have the utmost respect for you. After watching that wipeout that dude just took, damn. And he was very thankful. He's like, thanks, man. And you could tell he was really trying, because he had looked like he was wearing a parachute. He had some sort of backpack on. I don't know what was in his backpack. And he had knee pads and elbow pads and a full-faced helmet. And you could tell he was a beginner because the rapid wasn't too bad, but you could tell he was really shaking. And when I see guys go through the bad rapids, they lay back down on the boards. They don't try to stand up and go through them. This dude tried to stand up. He tried to stand up on that rapid, and boy, he bit the dust bad. That seems to be the new craze, these stand-up paddle boards. I might give it a try. Seems like they spend more time swimming, though, than they do actually standing on the board. That's what I like about my kayak. I have enough experience where I don't come out of the boat. Toward the end of the river trip, starting to get cold, I was managing to stay dry. I was steering clear of the big waves. Another cool video, Jillian, was at the takeout. That was a cool video where everybody gets off the river at. I actually have a cockpit view because I busted out my phone and I did a cockpit view of the takeout for about 10 or 15 seconds. And then when I got up to where the parking lot was, I shot like a 2-minute video of all the people getting off the river. And I also shot a video of they just have a brand new change where you change your clothes at. Thank you for all the hearts, you guys. Thank you. It's actually fun, especially in calmer water. What, paddle boarding? I think I'm going to try it. It looks pretty challenging. But that's, because I'm watching some of these guys who I used to see canoeing and kayaking, and that's what they're doing. So it's probably like a brand new challenge. So I might give it a try. And the cool thing about these paddle boards is you're not stuck in the boat. Like if you run into trouble, you could just jump off the damn paddle board and take it from there. Where when you run into trouble in a kayak, say you flip upside down and you can't roll back up, you're pinned upside down, your head's banging off the rocks. I mean, you're wearing a helmet and all that, but at least the paddleboard doesn't pin you upside down going through a rapid. But they do look like a lot of fun. It's got to be a hot day, though, because them guys are spending most of the time in the water. And I'm a wuss. Who ever heard of a kayak, whitewater person that doesn't like cold water? Well, I'm one of them. I used to have a dry suit and go year round. Now it's got to be 85 degrees and sunny for me to go down. Though you really need a good focus and balance on the calm. Yeah. Well, I would start out on a lake. There's a lake right out back of my house. I would practice a little on the lake. And I know the river really well. I've been down my local river a million times. So I think if I just practiced on the lake for a couple minutes, I would take it. What's the worst that could happen? You're wearing a life jacket. I would wear a helmet. As you fall off the board, you go for a nasty swim. I've done that in my kayaking career. Too many times I've done that. Oh yeah, you must need that. Well, yeah, I wouldn't. There was one guy that didn't have a life jacket, but he was in an inflatable. And I didn't say anything to him, but my friend paddled up to him and said, you know, if the ranger sees you getting out of the river without a life jacket, you're going to get a fine. And the guy said, oh, I've been paddling this river a million years and I never got a fine. And I told my friend, leave the guy alone. He's set in his ways. He knows you're probably supposed to wear a life jacket. It's none of your business if he's not wearing a life jacket. My friend's very nosy like that. That would have been fun if I would have got some of the antics my friend pulls off. He jokes around with everybody on the river, and sometimes it works, but sometimes I think the people getting sold it. He says things like, oh, you're paddling the wrong way, and and he says some of the stupidest things. And sometimes they laugh, but other times I think they don't think it's so funny. So this one here, got sprayed by a skunk, and I was live streaming when it happened. I was a bad daddy. I should have been paying better attention. And I was talking about the wildlife around here. It was somebody brand new. It wasn't one of my subscribers. And I was talking about the wildlife that lives in this area where I live. And long and behold, the dog sniffs out a skunk and gets right in the face. He was drooling out of his mouth. He was rubbing his head on the ground. So I took him home and cleaned him up. I should have been paying attention is what I should have been doing. That was you, Matthew? I'm sorry, dude. I'll remember that from now on. You got to see the damn dog get sprayed. Little bugger. You should have seen did you see the way he was trying to rub it off him? Right after he got sprayed, he was rubbing on the ground. I felt bad. I felt like I wasn't a good daddy. Oh my God. I'm sorry. I should have remembered you. Well, I won't forget you now, Matt. That's right, because I remember calling you Matt for short. Dude, I'm sorry. Well, the dog's okay, Matt. The dog's okay. Thanks for being there for me. Can you believe that, Jillian? I'm talking about it, and Matt was there. He saw the whole thing. I stopped dead in my tracks. I had to cut the live stream short because I was worried about the dog. But I got him home, and I Googled it, and I mixed baking soda with hydrogen peroxide and washed him down. I think it missed him pretty good. I don't think he got it fully. But now my house smells like skunk. That's all right. It coincides with the harvest. Whoops, I didn't say that. And maybe that's why I like the smell. Anyways, Derek, tomato juice, Derek. I heard that, tomato juice. I think that's a myth, bro. It might be real. So, Derek, the dog got sprayed by a skunk, my man. He got it sprayed last year, too. No, it's for real? Derek says it's for real. Well, I seen it like in Disney movies, where if somebody gets sprayed by a skunk, they always use tomato juice. I guess it's true, you know. If it's in a Disney movie, it's got to be true, right? I don't know. Oh, boy. So, it could have been worse. You know, my neighbor had videos of black bear. I haven't seen any black bear this year, but my neighbor that lives like a couple blocks from me across the street, they have Derek, they have videos of black bear in the stream. You know where, you remember where the stream's at, it runs right past the house. And the black bear had cubs. So it was potentially dangerous. Especially with this one here. He would run right after the cubs. And that would be bad news for everybody involved. So I didn't see it. My neighbor saw it. Posted it on Facebook. I don't even do Facebook. I just don't. I don't know why, but I don't. But I got a text message saying my Facebook has been hacked and to click on this link. To me, that in itself is fake. And if I would have clicked on that link, then I think my phone would have been, something would have went wacko. So I'm not even going to pay attention since I don't Facebook anyway. Last thing I'm going to do is click on that link. That's how they get you. Oh, you've been hacked. And click on this link. And then you're really doomed. Oh no. Yeah, bad news. Good to know the bears were nearby. Yeah. You know, and this wouldn't be I see him quite often. I catch him on my security camera from time to time. And I seen one climbing up. I seen the cubs climbing up a tree in my backyard once. Matter of fact, the claw marks are still in the tree. So, yeah, never had a problem with anything yet. So I'm lost in my own community right now. I kind of follow the dog, and I don't even know where I'm at. Oh yes, I know where I'm at now. I'm heading up right to where he got sprayed the other night. It was, remember, Matt? It was right by that swimming pool. Well, that's where I'm heading now. The dog leads me where to go. So, you still there, Derek? You there, buddy? Because I got something I want to tell you if you are. You'll let me know if you're still there. Okay, yeah. I hacked them babies down. It took me 12 hours yesterday, and it took me 12 hours today, and I still got one more to go. 12 hours. That's all I'm going to say. And, you know, I was manicuring my fingernails. I had to clean everything up, give it a haircut, you know what I'm saying? So I started at 10:30 this morning and finished up at 10:30 tonight. And I did the same thing yesterday. And I still got one more to go. So if you remember what we talked about before, that's it. I don't want to say anything else. So I didn't even get to do my normal things I like to do. I walked the dog and everything, but I didn't get a chance to go down the lake and clean the lake up like I normally do. I was fully concentrated on getting this done and out of the way and getting that room cleaned up. There's a swimming pool where he got sprayed at. He got sprayed right around here the other night. Scissors are all sticky. My hands are all sticky. Just cleaning up the inside of the living room. There's things everywhere. I had to go down to the supermarket. Everything was falling off my clothes. I was worried people could smell me. Yeah, I better not say anything else. But I think you get the message, right? Whoa! That was a lot of work, man. It looks like it's never going to get done. You sit there staring at it, and there's nobody there to help me. I would ask her to help me, but she would lose patience in 30 seconds. You really got to pay attention to what you're doing. I'm actually at the playground. There's a playground here in this development. Let's go to the playground. Maybe I get him to go down the sliding board or something. Derek, remember my dog Ace used to go on the sliding board? Hey, you guys, my prior dog, the one before this one, I had him trained to go down the sliding board and over the monkey bars. So this dog here is not trainable. Because if I could get my last dog to do all that stuff, this one here won't even come to me when I call him. Here's the playground. I don't know if you can see the monkey bars. Let me put my spotlight on a little brighter. You trying to get sprayed again, mister? There. There's the sliding board and stuff. I'm at the little playground in our community. Go ahead, see if you can go up, son. Get up. Go up the steps. Get on the sliding board. Yeah, right, Dad. Honest to goodness, I had a husky shepherd, and he would go down the sliding board. My dad used to walk him, and all the kids used to run up, and my dad would make him do all the tricks. Good old Ace. Ace-a-Roni. That's where I got his name, Roni. I just cut the Ace part out. Ace lived a good life. Derek used to find Ace 10 miles from my house. Colonel Doherty's fence, yeah, 8-foot fence, Derek. Tell him. I trained the dog to go over an 8-foot fence. I was going to mention that, but I didn't think anybody would believe me. But that's the truth. I trained the dog to hop over an 8-foot fence. Colonel Doherty was a school right near my parents' house, and the whole perimeter was surrounded with an 8-foot chain link fence, and I trained my Ace to go over it. I remember there was a husky right around the same area where my parents lived, and they had it in one of them dog runs behind an 8-foot fence. And the neighbor called me up, my parents' house, and said, "Come get your dog out of my dog's enclosure. It's trying to mate with mine." My dog hopped the enclosure fence and got in with the husky. Oh my God. That was right behind your house, Derek. Some lady had that husky dog, and good old Ace hopped the fence and got in with it. Oh boy. 8 foot, that's crazy. I believe it. It's the truth. And this dog here won't even come when I call it. I'm getting paybacks because I had another dog after that, and they were so good. They listened to everything I said, and they were very obedient. This one here just does what it wants. If I say come, it runs the other direction. If I throw a stick in the lake, he'll fetch the stick. But as soon as he swims back to the shore, he'll run somewhere else. He won't bring it to me. He'll keep it from me. Or, anything. Whatever I want this dog to do, he does the opposite. That's why he probably got sprayed. A smart dog might have stayed away. But this one here, I'm not going to say he's not smart. But genius over here ran up to the skunk and got sprayed. All right, son, we're going to do an about face, mister. Believe Ace was incredible. Derek saying the truth. Remember the time we found him you found him like 5 miles from the house? And I think you sent him home, or I forget. You might have sent him home, or you brought him back in a car. Dog was 5 miles from my house. Good old Ace. Husky Shepherd. We drove him back, okay. I think he went across the Tacony-Palmyra Bridge. That dog crossed the Delaware River that day. He probably swam across the river. But whoa. Yeah. And yeah, what are you gonna do? Good old Ace. Ace-a-Roni. Now I just have Roni. But that's what I used to say, Ace-a-roni. And that's where I got the idea for this dog. I just cut out the Ace part. I named my first dog after Ace Frehley from Kiss. Because I used to love Kiss back then. That's how long ago it was. That's when the rock band Kiss was hot. Ace Frehley was like my favorite lead guitar dude. So that's how the dog got its name. Derek, yeah, he did. Pennsauken. Now, I don't know if these guys live everywhere, Derek. But Pennsauken's a good 5 miles from where my parents lived. And that's where the damn dog was. He crossed a pretty wide river. I don't think he took the street. I think he swam across the river and wound up in Pennsauken. Yeah, that's a classic story. He used to go to the keg parties and everything, that dog. That dog was like my right arm. Went everywhere with me. So, what else is going on, you guys? Alex Lifeson. Yeah. No, I'm going to name my next dog Eminem. I'll name him Marshall Mathers. Derek's suggesting that I love Rush now. Rush is my new favorite group. And he's suggesting that I name my next dog after the guitar player from Rush. Maybe I will. I'll name my next dog Alex. It's got to be a male, though. I should name him Marshall Mathers after Eminem, because I still like Eminem, too. Name my dog. Will the real Slim Shady please stand up? Please stand up. Oh, boy. Well, listen, I'm glad you guys tuned back in. I felt like I let you guys down because I've been so busy lately that I didn't live stream yesterday. But again, if it's not in me, if I don't feel good, I don't see the point, because I won't be in a happy mood and I'll put out bad vibes. And I don't want to do that to you guys. Not much. I'm going to watch my best friend's dog in 5 days. And maybe he's insisting to pay me $500 each day. Woo, that's pretty good. I would dog sit for cheap, and I would be a good dog sitter. Somebody could trust me because I would be a good dog sitter. I watch my friend's cats. My friend's semi-retired, and I'm not exaggerating here. He's got like at least 12 cats. I think he's got more than that, but I'm going to say 12 cats. And every now and then he's got to go into work, and I go over and feed his babies. And I bring my dog, but I make the dog wait in the car. And after the cats are done eating, then I let the dog run around. And some of the cats aren't even afraid of my dog, but most of them are. Not that my dog would hurt the cats, but you know, it's natural. You're an 8-pound cat, and this big 100-pound white animal, yeah, you're going to be afraid. But some of the cats aren't. Maybe they were brought up around dogs. And that's what I do. Like maybe once a month. He has everything set up for me. I make videos for that too. He has all the bowls set up for me, and all the cans and all the dry food. And all I have to do is just fill the bowls up. I put like 1 or 2 bowls down in each room. I put 1 or 2 bowls in his garage because he's got a lot of outdoor cats too. I sit there and watch him. Watch him for a couple minutes, make sure they eat. Maybe I'll straighten up his house a little bit, and I roll. And I send him pictures of the cats eating, so when he's at work, he could rest assured that his babies are okay. And he gives me money. He doesn't give me $500, Matt, but he hooks me up. He hooks me up. He definitely takes care of me. And there was one point in time where his old lady got into a bad car accident, and she has cats too. They don't live with each other, but his old lady, and I had to go over and take care of her cats for a whole year because she wasn't able to. And he gave me money every week. I'm not going to say how much because I don't want to embarrass anybody. But he took care of me nicely for a whole year, this guy. And I fed the cats for a whole year. I got to learn all their names and all their mannerisms, and which one was finicky, which one wasn't, what kind of foods they liked. And I would do that twice a day. I think I would go over at 9 in the morning because she was in bed. She couldn't even get out of bed. She got into a bad car accident. So I would go over there at 9 in the morning, and I would go over there at 7 at night. And they have indoor and outdoor cats also, she does. And I would feed her babies. So I used to love doing that. I know I'm a great pet sitter. I don't think I am. I know I am. Because I genuinely love animals. And when I do watch the babies, his cats and her cats, I pick them up and I hold them and I rub my face in the fur and I learn their names and I play with the laser with the cats. I watch them run around and I play with the laser. Because when I first started doing it, the cats were afraid of me. But then after a while, they learned to love me too. And I learned to love them. One of them passed away. I think I cried. She called me up. It's like, oh, Dexter died. And I cried. I ran over her house and cried with her. That's how much you get to love these babies, man. Even if they're not even yours. You love them like they're yours. I know. With the laser. My friend's got the same guy who's semi-retired. He's got an exercise wheel. It looks like a gigantic hamster wheel. But it's for the cats. And we would shine the laser on the up part of this exercise wheel. And the cats would chase the laser like 2 at a time. And they would get the wheel spinning real fast and we'd pull the laser away. And the cats would stop running and they would go around the wheel one time. They go like the wheel was still spinning from the momentum. And the cats went around the wheel once, kind of like the hellhole or the roundup in one of them amusement rides. The centrifugal force held the cats. They went around the wheel once. I even got a video of that. And that did good, that video. I think that one got like 5,000 views. All the cat people love that. We're sitting there holding the laser. It's so cool, too. It's around 5 feet tall. It has rollers, and it spins just like a hamster wheel, but it's big for cats. They don't use it anymore because they only did it when they were kittens. They might use it, but I haven't seen it lately. All right, Derek, I'll talk to you later, bro. Yo, I'm going to keep you in mind about that, man. So remember what we talked about. I'll let you know what the deal is with that. So, all right, Derek, I'll let you rock and roll. Have a great night, bro. I love you, man. You know I love you. Derek used to live a couple doors down from my parents. We used to ride big wheels together. You know, if I'm 64, he's got to be in his 50s. I was like his big brother. Except I told him all the bad things. I had him, you know, doing everything you're not supposed to when you're a teenager. When we got a little older. But I'm turning over a new leaf, you guys. I'm trying to do the right things nowadays. Derek says I know. Derek! And by the way, I'm the only one that can call him Derek. Everybody else calls him Mongo. So, I'm the only one allowed to call him Derek. So, all right, Derek, you have a good night. So that was Derek from my childhood friend. He's about 100 miles from me now, Derek. He's still in Philadelphia. He comes around. He used to come around every weekend. But you know how it goes. Now he only comes around 3 or 4 times a year. Yeah, I'll get everybody coming around every weekend again. So, yeah. My house used to be like a party house. But now that I live there, because I only used to go, when I used to live in Philadelphia, I would only go up to this house every weekend. But after my folks died, I made it my full-time house. But that's what we would do. Every Friday night, we'd meet at the local bar. I'd round up the whole gang, and I would invite like 20 or 30 friends. Literally, 20 or 30 people up to this house where I live at now in the Poconos. And we would cause chaos. These guys would fish all weekend long. I mean, they didn't sleep or nothing. They didn't change their clothes or nothing. I used to go out back, you know, at like 2 o'clock in the morning, and I would see like the boats on the lake, and I would see the lights from their telephones. They're out there in the lake 4 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning fishing. That's how much they were into it. You know, and I would buy the beer, and I would play the music real loud and have a bonfire out back. And we would do that, man, every weekend. Derek, I told him about the story about the car accident. I told them that story. When the state trooper, I told him, I said, you better clean up that accident or that car's going to get hit. And the state trooper didn't listen to me. 5 seconds later, the car got hit, launched my brand new Maxima into the air, flew in to the state trooper car where we were sitting at, knocked me in the front seat, and knocked Derek around the state. I looked at that state trooper right in the eye, and I don't like cursing, but I knew that was going to happen. I looked that state trooper in the eye and I said, I told you that was going to fucking happen. And he got pissed. State trooper got pissed. He threw both of us out of his car and made us wait in the rain. It was raining that night. And I had to rent a car. And I got to my house by like 3 o'clock in the morning, and there was already a party going on. And they're used to seeing like a brand new Maxima. I drove that car off the showroom floor. Now it looked like an accordion. And I pulled up in like a Hyundai that I rented. They're like, Rich, where's your brand new car? I'm like, dude, it's a long story. Derek got hurt and everything, the poor guy. I didn't get hurt, but he did. And the car wasn't even that damaged. I hydroplaned, and I did like 10 360s. The tires blew out because I was doing 360. I was speeding. I was going too fast in the rain. Car hydroplaned, lost control. Car did like 10 360s. The tires went flat. The car wouldn't start, and I was facing the wrong way on the turnpike. So Derek and I got out of the car, and by some miracle, a state trooper was right behind me, and he put us in his car. And I told him, I'm like, you better put flares up. You better do something. That car's going to get hit. The state trooper's like, don't tell me my business, son. 5 seconds later, the car gets hit by a tractor trailer, launches my Maxima into the state trooper car, pushes me, Derek, and the state trooper up on the side of some hill, sent me flying into the front seat. Everything that was in my pockets flew out of my pockets, and I had some contra. Well, never mind. And I looked at the state trooper, and I said, I told you that was going to fucking happen. Boy, I was pissed. We're lucky we didn't get hurt. Derek did get hurt, so what am I saying? And I'm just repeating myself, and then we had to rent a car, went to my house, and the full-blown party's going on. That car was only like 4 months old. Drove it off the showroom floor. And the first accident where I hydroplaned and spun out of control, the tires went flat because it skidded so long. But the car didn't even have a scratch in it. I'm looking at it like, yes. Even though the tires were flat, I was thinking, man, I got so lucky. Car's doesn't even have a scratch in it. And then 5 minutes later, tractor trailer turned into an accordion. Sparks flying. That's a good story, ain't it, Matt? That's a good story, man. That's a true story, dude. That's a true story. All my stories are true. I got some good ones. One of these days, I'll tell you about when I was a plumber, and I had all the city officials kind of paid off. Right from the parking lot attendant, because I used to have to secure permits for my boss. And it would take all day to get in and out of that municipal service buildings. You couldn't even find parking in Center City, Philadelphia, but I had the parking lot attendant paid off. I had the plan inspector paid off. I had the girls who drew up the permits paid off. I was in and out of there in 1 hour where it took a normal plumber all day. And I'd call my boss up and I'm like, I got the permits. And instead of thanking me, he sent me out on like 5 more jobs. All right, but I'll save that story for another day. I think it's crazy how the police didn't believe you. I know. I said, that car's going to get hit. I was nice at first. Officer, I'm really nervous, officer. You better put some flares out. You better do something because that car's in the middle of the highway. It's right outside of a tunnel. It's going to get hit, officer. Don't tell me my business. 10 seconds later, and I'm just repeating myself. I'll tell you the plumbing story the next time. I'm back at my house. I love you guys. You guys are the bomb. And I'll remember you, Matt, from now on. I will not forget you. I'm pretty good at memorizing people. Thanks for subscribing. You guys are the bomb. And Jillian, I don't know what FAFO, laughing. I'm not good at acronyms. I don't know what that means, but I'm sure it's something good, though. All right, well, anyways, I got to go. Richard has to go. Just remember, he loves you. Richard loves you guys, all of you. Thanks for subscribing, and I'm going to get back to my normal routine. It's got one more day's work to do tomorrow. I'm getting back to my normal routine. All right, man. I'll talk to all of you guys. I'll talk to you real soon. Richard loves you. Know that you're appreciated.